January the 14th, 55. You are hereby notified to report for duty to Adelaide Street Fire Hall at 8:00 a.m. on Friday morning. Chief Waterman, he signed that one.
That was quite a day.
Yeah, wasn't it? By golly, I remember that when that one come through.
I remember walking into the where I worked at Rogers Cable, and I said, "I'm a fireman. I'm starting in like 3 weeks, you know," and that was it. Took off from there and never looked back.
Yeah, getting on the job was the hardest thing I've done in my life. You got to really have that determination that this is what I want to do for sure, and just keep going because it's 100% worth it.
I got hired on the Lincoln Fire Department January of 2017, a few weeks ago. So I'm a fresh probationary firefighter, and I will be for the next year.
When you're involved in a job that is life or death, and you are going into a burning building with another person, you want to know what that person's like. You want to test their mettle. So part of that is around the hall, you know, there's a lot of kibitzing going on.
You always didn't pick on somebody, but it was just somebody would say something and you would have, just have something to get things going, you know? You stir up a little, which we used to do all the time.
You
Come on.
You always get to say something, man.
Hey, shut up.
You
Come on,
know,
say it. He was gonna harass me. He was gonna butcher it.
If you don't have a sense of humor, boy, you won't last, because you're with 10, 12, 15 guys all the time, the same guys, and they know you. They know everything about you, and they know your weaknesses. And man, once you get to know it, that's it. I think just about every guy on the job gets a nickname. Over the years, you'd get Harry the Hat, Harry the Pipe, then there was Ace, then there was Silky.
So this is Sheephead, this is Football, this is Richie Rich, and he just went around the table and pointed, and nobody had a real name.
Well, since you guys came around, I'm Hollywood now, so that's that one's gonna stick for a while, I'm sure.
My nickname is Greatest Firefighter Who Ever Lived. So if you want to put that in the credits, that's okay with me. I don't mind that.
1, 2, 3.
The brotherhood that you're introduced to when you become a member of a fire department is unlike any other type of brotherhood you'll experience in your life. You don't even view it as they're your coworkers. They're your brothers and sisters.
You go through these nasty things together, you know, going into fires, doing CPR, pulling out burn victims and things like that. You're all there and you're all doing it, so it's easy to talk it out with them because they were there. You can't really get that kind of camaraderie anywhere else.
There's always somebody behind you. Somebody's there for you. Like, we always figured, hey, if I go down, the guy behind me, he's gonna pick me up and drag me out. And that's the way it always worked.
My first fire actually was a basement fire, so obviously all the heat is rising, all the heat and smoke is coming out of the basement while you're walking down. And I could not see the hand in front of my face. I couldn't see my partner. It's kind of a scary feeling when you're in there, but again, it's that bond and brotherhood that you have, that you know the guys that you're going in with they're gonna do everything they can to get you out.
I have friends that I've had ever since I've been on the job. I can phone any one of them. I could pick up the phone right now and say, I need you. They wouldn't ask why. They'd be here.
I remember one fire in particular we had, bad fire, middle of the night, and I think we pulled 5 or 6 people out of this place. And a couple of them died. A few of them we were able to revive. And one of the guys who was involved in pulling the people out, he came into the hall after he quit, and I was asking him, how are you doing, how are you doing? And he literally started crying. And he said, I keep seeing their faces, I keep seeing their faces.
I went up on the aerial, and Les was up on the roof, and he was on a ladder on the roof, and all of a sudden he went down, And that was it. We lost them there. But that was a horrible night. We never forgot that. Never.
It's a very gray line in my mind about, you know, what's important and what am I actually willing to risk. And fortunately, I've never been put in that situation yet where I've had to make a decision about, I'm about to put my life on the line, and am I going to come home to my family tonight or not, you know? And I mean, in a perfect world, hopefully I never get put in that situation. But more than likely it's going to happen, and you just have to hope that everybody comes out alive at the end of it.
I was 13 years old, and my dad went to a fire. It was a pretty bad one. He heard someone hollering for help.
Help! I need help! So I said to Al Stewart, who was a captain on the pumps, I said, I'm gone. I'm gone to the 3rd floor. I got up there and I found Terry Cosgrove. He was laying there on the floor. He had a mask on, but the mask was off, and he had a little baby in his arms. And he saved that little boy because he took the mask off himself and put it on that boy. So I grabbed hold of Terry, grabbed the baby out of his arms. And then Terry's laying there, and he was over 200 pounds. He was a big boy, and I thought, how am I gonna get him out of here? So I grabbed him by his hose belt, and I started dragging him. So I dragged him down 3 flights of stairs. He was maybe a little bruised, but he lived. That's the main thing. I got him out. After about 10 or 15 minutes, I guess I was all right. And back to work. And that was presented to me here. That was the Firefighter of the Year Award in 1971. This is Terry Cosgrove here. Heck of a nice guy. He's passed away too. That's me.
Those were the days.
My goodness. I remember that.
You want to be a firefighter when you're older? You don't know yet? You don't want it? Oh, you're make fire. Make fire. Yeah, good girl. Making fire? Yeah, okay. You don't know.
And overall, I spent a little over 28 years on the job, 28 and a half years. To be exact, it was 28 years, 8 months, and 17 days. And I loved every day of it.
I would have to say that after 35 years, it's been a great ride. It's something that I would do again in a heartbeat.
I've been training to do this for almost 10 years now, whether it's from school all the way to where I am now in my career. But like I said, it's extremely worth it, 100%.
I think when that time comes and I step up to the plate to do that, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. I don't have any fears or any apprehension about it. That's what I signed up for. It's what I look forward to doing.
It's a great, great job. I loved that job. I'd go back today, but I'm getting too old. That's my original helmet. I've had everything fall on my head there. I've had ceilings that come in and that would just take you to your knees. but that thing would save you. That fits a little better. They tell me these things now are worth a few dollars. But I'd never part with it, I'll tell you. Then somebody come out with a brilliant idea of a plastic helmet. I always figured it would, the damn thing would catch on fire. That's what I thought.